in America. And now our host, Dick Clark.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome to the second edition of the Challenge of the Child Geniuses. Tonight, we're going to crown another winner who will leave here with lots of prizes, including a $150,000 trust fund. In total, our kids will be competing for cash and prizes worth over $300,000. Now, we went all over the country to find the smartest kids aged 10 to 12. And then we tested them until we narrowed the field to 40 of the best and the brightest. These kids, they're truly gifted. Some of them have IQs as high as 190. Let's meet them now.
Number 1, Thomas Elliott.
I am from Centennial, Colorado, and this summer I was enrolled in the University of Denver taking a class in molecular and cell biology.
Number 2, Josh Ropake.
I'm from Highland Park, Illinois. I attended Northwestern University Center for Talent Development. I also scored 1,500 on the SAT.
Number 3, Michelle Nee.
Hi, I'm from Los Angeles, California. This summer I went to a UCLA camp where I studied advanced science and built rockets.
Number 4, Brian Weinstein.
I'm from Denver, Colorado. I worked with a professor of microbiology at Metro State University, where we investigated the structure and properties of macrophage viruses.
Number 5, Andrew Tursich.
I'm from Burlington Township, New Jersey. I took a flight science course at Moravian College. I went to the Summer Institute for the Gifted at Bryn Mawr College this summer.
Number 6, Pyo Shamo.
I'm from Fort Collins, Colorado. Last summer, I took classes at the University of Denver Summer Institute in Robotics and Genetics.
Number 7, Ivy Chang.
Hi, I'm from Studio City, California. I'm a college student, and I plan to graduate when I'm 16 and then attend medical school.
Number 8, Drew Hilliard.
I'm from Douglas, Georgia. Every morning, I take Algebra 2 classes at Citizens Christian Academy High School before I take my middle school classes.
Number 9, Sergio Zenasek.
I'm from Westland, Oregon. I won a silver medal award at the Northwest Science Exposition for my experiment in ionic propulsion.
Number 10, Andre Utes.
Hi, I'm from Kensington, Maryland. I did a germ experiment that was examined and evaluated by microbiology professors at George Washington University.
Number 11, Frank Fan.
I'm from Webster, New York, and this past summer I went to Stanford University to study earth science.
Number 12, Carrie Holzapfel.
I'm from Greensburg, Pennsylvania. This past summer, I read over 90 books, including A Midsummer Night's Dream, Hamlet, and The Man in the Iron Mask.
Number 13, Andrew Timmons.
Hi, I'm from Colonia, New Jersey. For the past 2 years, I've been taking courses at Johns Hopkins University's summer program.
Number 14, Rebecca Rattray.
I'm from Oak Hill, Virginia. When I was 8, I entered the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth and have completed several advanced courses through their curriculum.
Number 15, Ellen Minch.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I achieved mastery-level scores in a nationwide test of science, math, language arts, and social studies.
Number 16, Christopher Richards.
I'm from Bellevue, Washington. I was selected as the most distinguished student in the state of Washington by the National Association of Gifted Children.
Number 17, Ashley Suk.
I'm from Vienna, Virginia. In 3rd grade, I advanced 3 equivalent grade levels. Now, as a 5th grader, I'm taking high school level pre-algebra and biology.
Number 18, Michael Crenshaw.
I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I've taken math courses at Loyola Marymount University, as well as the University of California at Santa Cruz.
Number 19, Will Stevens.
I'm from Jefferson City, Missouri, and I'm currently enrolled full-time as a freshman at Helias High School.
Number 20, Ann Freeman.
I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm ranked 3rd in the nation in Kumon Math, and I went to the University of Tulsa this summer to study opera.
Number 21, Peter Norton-Smith.
I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm currently taking a course through Stanford University, and I will be in college with double majors in math and physics at age 13.
Number 22, Adam Swatlowski.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I took courses at the National Louis University and won 2 first places in the Latin Olympics.
Number 23, Claire Schwartz.
I live in St. James, New York, and I am currently a high school sophomore.
Number 24, Margot Irvin.
Hi, I'm from Boulder, Colorado. I received highest honors for the University of Denver's Rocky Mountain Talent Search by getting the top scores for 6th graders on my ACT exam.
Number 25, Barney Cruz.
I'm from Seguin, Texas, and I took a math course at Southwest Texas State University.
Number 26, Marvin Choi.
Hi, I'm from Norwalk, California. I'm taking classes at Cerritos High School and was editor and founder of my school newspaper.
Number 27, Jacqueline Corbett.
I'm from Bellevue, Washington. I'm taking an integrated high school math program, and I founded and run a summer camp for kids ages 3 to 7.
Number 28, Samantha Perlman.
I'm from Orlando, Florida. I plan to graduate university at age 22 with a law degree. I want to become a Supreme Court justice.
Number 29, Matthew Alioto.
I'm from Wrentham, Massachusetts, and at the age of 6, I could read at college level.
Number 30, Megan Yu.
I am from Irvine, California. I'm taking high school algebra, and I mentor young children in reading.
Number 31, Alex Mockover.
I'm from Van Nuys, California. I won a Johns Hopkins University State Award for Academic Achievement.
Number 32, Sarah Sotelo.
Hi, I'm from Phillips Ranch, California, and I won first place in a district-wide math competition and scored in the 99th percentile on the Stanford Achievement Test.
Number 33, Catherine Olson.
I'm from Bellevue, Washington. I taught myself to read when I was 3 years old.
Number 34, Mark Stiles.
Hi, I'm from Sterling Heights, Michigan. I'm taking high school algebra and have placed first in Math Olympiad competitions.
Number 35, Jocelyn Hu.
Hi, I'm from Diamond Bar, California. I won first place in district-wide math and spelling competitions for 2 years in a row.
Number 36, Niraj Bora.
I'm from Boca Raton, Florida. I'm enrolled in an accelerated academic program and will receive my international baccalaureate when I'm 16.
Number 37, Janet Monatkin.
Hi, I'm from Arcadia, California. I speak fluent Russian and plan to graduate from college when I'm 16 to begin to study and to become a brain surgeon.
Number 38, Caitlin Hodge.
I'm from Mandeville, Louisiana. At age 5, I taught myself to multiply and divide.
Number 39, Rayan Brooks.
I'm from Manassas, Virginia. I'm trilingual. I speak and write French, Arabic, and English fluently.
Number 40, Daniel Tietzer.
I'm from Hawthorne Woods, Illinois. I'm taking high school algebra and college philosophy and history.
These kids are all truly amazing, and we'll see why as we start our test of their knowledge. Every kid here is already a winner, just for being here. They all receive a handheld computer. Kids who make our higher levels will win digital cameras, big screen TVs, Hawaiian vacations for 4, and trust funds ranging from $25,000 to our top prize of $150,000. Now, they've all passed our super tough written test, and those scores will be added to their scores from the first round. We'll start with multiple choice general knowledge questions, and only the top 16 scoring kids will survive this round in advance. And for you at home, we'll show you the percentage of kids who got the answer correct when we reveal the answers. So, let's get underway. Kids, if you're ready, here we go now. These are multiple choice questions, and I'll remind you the rules call for just 10 seconds to give me your answer. Here we go. Where would you expect to find a magnetic anomaly? A, in the sea floor. B, in a fjord. C, near a glacier deposit. D, in a river delta. Your time starts now. The answer is A, in the seafloor. Now let's see what the percentages are of people who got it right. Oh, not too many. All right, here we go with the next question. The words Braille, diesel, and silhouette are all named after which of the following? A, European cities. B, real people. C, mythical animals. D, celestial bodies. Your time starts now. The answer is B, real people. Let's check the percentages of right answers. All right, here we go again. Which of the following numbers is divisible by 9? A, 5,042, B, 2,808, C, 5,398, D, 1,210. Your time starts now. It's B, 2,808. Let's check the percentages. Not bad. Next question. What does a transformer do? A, changes the voltage in an AC circuit. B, measures the voltage of an AC circuit. C, opposes any change in current. D, stores a charge. Your time starts now. The answer is A, changes in the voltage in an AC circuit. Let's see how many kids got it right. Next question. In what state is the geographic center of the contiguous lower 48 United States? A, Oklahoma, B, Kansas, C, Colorado, D, Missouri. Your time starts now. The answer is B, Kansas. Let's take a look at how our kids did. Next question. What is the name of the state of matter consisting of rapidly moving positive ions and electrons? A, gas, B, crystal, C, plasma, D, vacuum. Your time starts now. The answer is C, plasma. Here are the percentages. Next question. The autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, was written by which of the following poets? A, Sylvia Plath, B, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, C, Nikki Giovanni, and D, Maya Angelou. Your time starts now. Answer, D, Maya Angelou. Here are the percentages. Next question. Take the sum of the first 50 positive even whole numbers. Now subtract the sum of the first 50 positive odd whole numbers. What is your answer? A, 25, B, 50, C, 75, D, 100. Your time starts now. The answer is B, 50. Here are the percentages of the kids who got it right. Not too good this time. Next question. Who established the first circulating library in colonial America? A, Alexander Hamilton, B, Thomas Jefferson, C, John Hancock, D, Benjamin Franklin. Your time starts now. It was D, Benjamin Franklin, is what the kids thought. Next question. A closed jar containing 50 flies sits on a scale. In which of these situations does the jar weigh the most? A, only when 50 flies sit on the bottom. B, only when 50 flies are flying around. C, only when 1/2 sit and 1/2 fly. D, jar weighs the same in A, B, and C. Your time starts now. The answer was D. The jar weighs the same in all three situations. Here are the percentages. Next question. In Greek mythology, who is chained to a rock as punishment for stealing fire? A, Icarus, B, Prometheus, C, Achilles, D, Pericles. Your time starts now. Answer, B, Prometheus. Check with the kids, though. Next question. This is the last one. What is the common name for electromagnetic radiation with a frequency between 4 times 10 to the 14th hertz and 7 times 10 to the 14th hertz? A, alternating current, B, cosmic rays, C, radioactivity, D, visible light. Your time starts now. That one was D, visible light. Here are the percentages of the kids' correct answers. Well, that was a tough one. Okay, folks, that's it. You'll be glad to know I knew one of the answers. I think they knew a lot more. That's the end of our first round. Now, let's see which 16 kids will move on to the next round. From St. James, New York, Claire Schwartz. From Englewood, Colorado, Thomas Elliott. From Fort Collins, Colorado, Theo Schammel. From Webster, New York, Frank Fan. From Jefferson City, Missouri, Will Stevens. From Kensington, Maryland, Andre Utes. From Boulder, Colorado, Margot Urban. From Burlington Township, New Jersey, Andrew Tersich. From Bellevue, Washington, Christopher Richards. From Van Nuys, California, Alex Machover. From Manassas, Virginia, Brian Brooks. From Colonia, New Jersey, Andrew Timmis. From Sterling Heights, Michigan, Mark Stiles. From Louisville, Kentucky, Ellen Minch. From San Diego, California, Peter Norton Smith. This is the last name on the list, again selected in random order. From Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, Daniel Tietzer. To our 16 quarterfinalists, and to the rest of you, thank you so very much. Enjoy your handheld computer, and please accept our thanks for joining us. We'll be back with our first group of 8 kids and play our next round as the search for the smartest kid in America continues.
Still to come, the kids battle it out in a head-to-head competition. Find out who will survive as the challenge of the child geniuses continues.
It's a Disney Thanksgiving.
To the dogs.
Starring Chomp.
Oh, tastes like chicken.
Waddlesworth.
He's a Rottweiler. Looks like a macaw.
Fluffy. And presenting Oddball. The spotless 102nd Dalmatian. Glenn Close, 102 Dalmatians.
I just realised I'm not a Rottweiler at all. I'm a retriever.
Rated G, this Thanksgiving.
Nowadays, You can shop for anything at home. I can even shop for underwear. In my underwear. At inmyunderwear.com.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and going.
72 hours. One hope. Rated E.
Can you see yourself at McDonald's? We're doing everything we can to make sure you do.
We love to see you smile.
Get the power of 3, the Intel Pentium 3 processor.
Fox Sunday. Krusty gets a blast from his past.
I'm your daughter.
Oh, I think I just seltzered myself. Drew Barrymore guest stars on an all-new Simpsons. Then
They're gonna get one heck of a talking to.
there's nothing worse than forgetting Mom's birthday.
You boys are in so much trouble. You've got to help me on this. I can't believe that you could be so thoughtless.
Why are you yelling at us?
Sorry isn't good enough, mister. I forgot your mom's birthday.
All new Malcolm after The Simpsons. 8/7 Central, Fox Sunday.
No!
Welcome back to The Smartest Kid in America. Now, we started off with 40 of this country's brightest, and now we're down to 16. It's time to bring out our first group of 8. And by the way, we'll continue the competition until we just have one finalist from this group. And that kid will face our other finalist from the next group of 8. Just for reaching this round, each of our challengers will receive a digital camera in addition to the handheld computer they've already won. Now, when I ask a question, the first player to ring in gets the answer. If they're right, they get a point. However, if they're wrong or don't get the answer within 2 seconds, their opponent gets the point. The first player to reach a score of 3 advances to the next round. Let's bring out our 2 competitors. Christopher and Thomas, welcome aboard. Now, Chris, you're into web designing. What is a C++ virtual reality computer course?
C++ is a programming language. During the summer, I go to some camps that teach courses in computers.
Your opponent here, Thomas, you're into fencing?
Yeah, that's basically just sword fighting.
Just a little sword fighting on the side. Isn't that dangerous?
No, not with sharp point.
Just be careful, all right? Well, all right, gentlemen, here we go. Remember, they can ring in at any time. Good luck to both of them, of course. And if you're ready, here comes your first question. Take a look at the screen. Who created the picture shown here entitled Ascending and Descending?
MC Escher.
You've got it. That is correct, sir. You pick up a point. Next question. Take a look at the screen. What 3-letter word completes the following pattern? We've got an answer.
She.
She? That is correct. 1 letter forward from the first and the last letters, 1 letter back from the middle letters. Very analytical mind you've got there. All right, scores 1-1. Next question. Who is the Greek equivalent of the Roman god Pluto? Yes, sir. Thomas.
Hades?
Hades is correct. You're in the lead, 2-1. He's now reached 2 points, which means that he's 1 away from the win. Question. 4 American states begin with the letter W. Name 3 of them. Christopher.
Wyoming, Wisconsin, West Virginia.
And the other one was Washington. Correct. Score is now tied, 2-2. You've each received 2 points, which means you're one away from the win, but you can't win by default. If you ring in and you don't answer correctly, your opponent gets a chance to hear the entire question and answer it. The game is on the line, gentlemen. Here's your question. Possible win here. Who was the freed slave in ancient Greece whose name became attached to a collection of popular fables? For the game. Christopher.
Aesop.
Aesop is right. Congratulations. To win this round, you get to move on to our next round. Thomas, you did a beautiful job. I thank you very, very much. Enjoy the prizes, and thanks so much for joining us. Guys, thank you. All right, it's time now for Margot and Frank to face off and get the right to continue to the next round. Folks, will you join me, please? Margot, you're musical? You play instruments?
Yeah, I play the piano and the French horn.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you here. Frank, you invest in the stock market?
Yeah,
Are you ahead?
not really.
That's the end of that conversation. Here we go. Remember, they can ring in at any time, and good luck to both of you. Here we go with the first question. In 1215, what groundbreaking document was sealed by King John?
Magna Carta.
Magna Carta is right, Frank. You've got a point there. Here is your next question. Look at the screen, please. The cover of this famous children's book is out of focus, and as we bring it into focus, ring in when you can identify the book. All right, Margot?
Where the wild things are.
That's right. Thank you very much. The score is now tied 1-1. Here's your next question. Take a look at the screen again. What mathematician's name is written using all 10 letters? Hey, somebody's in there. Who is it? Frank. Archimedes is correct. Let's see how it's spelled out. How on earth did you see that so far? You've reached the point of 2 points, which means, of course, that if you come up with one more point, you're away with a win in this round, but you can't win by default. Stand by. It's 2-1. Here's your question. Take a look at the screen. We'll begin to outline a U.S. state as soon as you...
Kentucky.
Oh, wow. What'd you say?
Kentucky.
I didn't even ask the question, Frank. Kentucky's right. Let's see it on the map. You won the round. Congratulations. You won to the next round, and Margie, you played a heck of a game. Thank you very much. You've won a lot of nice prizes. Thank you very, very much to both of you for joining us. All right, let's bring out our two competitors, Mark and Rayanne. Mark, you're a rock climber?
No.
I want to know who wrote down rock. You can come over here and look. It says Mark Stiles, rock climber.
That's not true.
Do you play flute?
Yes.
In a jazz band?
Yes.
Are you a Boy Scout?
Yes.
Get over there. Let me check out your opponent here. Rayanne, see if I have the right information on you. You speak 3 languages?
Yes, I do.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
You want to be a genetic engineer?
Yeah, anything in that area of study.
Gentlemen, thank you. I've stopped fooling around here. Let's get to the heart of the situation. Remember, they can ring in at any time, and good luck to both of you. Gentlemen, here we go. First question coming up here. When mixing lights, what color do you perceive when you mix a green light and a red light? Rayanne.
Brown.
Brown is incorrect. The answer is yellow. Mark gets the point. Question. Take a look at the screen. How many squares of any size are pictured? Mark?
14.
14 is right. You know, I got to see those 14 squares. There they are. Possible win here for Mark. You've got 2 points to 0 at the moment. Question. Who led the Sioux and Cheyenne against Custer at Little Bighorn? Rayanne.
Sitting Bull.
Sitting Bull is correct. The score stands 2-1. Mark, you're ahead. You have a possible win if you get the answer. Here's the question. What country lies between the Ionian Sea and the Aegean Sea? Mark.
Greece.
The answer is Greece. You've won the round. Congratulations. Rayanne, thank you very much. You won some nice prizes. You guys did a great job. Thank you very, very much for joining us. All right, it's time now for Andre and Andrew to face off for the right to continue the next round. Andre, you're 12 years old, and you won a robotics competition. What's a robotics competition?
We design robots using Legos and RCXs. We also use candy boards. They're like brains for computers. And we have to try to collect these balls off a platform. My team got third in the regionals, and then we went to the nationals in Austin, Texas.
Sounds good. Andrew, you're 11 years old, and you began playing chess at 3?
I received a chessboard and instruction manual as a gift from my grandmother, and just picked it up from there.
And you were 3 years old?
Yes.
Gentlemen, if you will, hang in there with me now. Remember, they can ring in at any time, and much good luck to both of you. Let's go to the first question here. First question. Suppose that A plus B equals 100, where A and B are prime numbers. What is the largest possible difference between A and B? Andrew, the answer?
98.
98, I'm sorry, it's 94. Andrew, you pick a point. Game continues. Here's your next question. Look at the screen. Assuming no friction and a constant rate of lifting, how many pounds of force must you apply to the rope in order to lift the weight? Andre.
60.
60 is an incorrect answer. It's 40 pounds. Andrew, you're ahead now. You've got 2 points. This could be the game. Let's see what happens here with the next question. Take a look at the screen. What is the name, not the formula, of the compound represented in this diagram? Andre.
Sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid is correct. You pick up a point. The score is 2-1. Game tightens up. Here's the question. In algebra, the lowercase letter I is usually used to denote the square root of what number? Andrew.
-1.
You're right. Congratulations. You won the round. Nicely done. You get to go on to the next round. Thank you guys very much. Andre, thank you. Enjoy your prizes. Guys, you're terrific. Thank you very, very much. So we're now down to 4 players from our first group of 8, and we'll be back in just a moment to see which 2 will play off to enter our final round, where we'll find the smartest kid in America. Stay with us.
Our first semifinal playoff will take place in just a moment as we continue the search for the smartest kid in America.
Comfort. It's the feeling your baby has when she's all wrapped up, warm and happy. And Carnation Good Start helps keep her feeling that way. Good Start's the only routine formula whose proteins are broken down into smaller pieces to be easy to digest in baby's tummy. They're called comfort proteins, and only Good Start has them. Think of it as comfort food for the 2 of you. Carnation Good Start from Nestle.
Showtime. Critics are raving. We are gonna die! Little Nicky is Adam Sandler's funniest film ever. He's such a handsome boy. It's the movie event of the holiday season. Hey! Even in hell I get no respect. Little Nicky. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
I was the queen of the world. I tell you what I do. Anand, look at me. Joy Camp from Polaroid.
This Saturday, double your Digi with 2 all-new exciting episodes of Digimon. First, the Digidestined get spooked when they're haunted by a digital ghost. Then, will Hawkmon get his wings clipped when he tries to save the Digidestined? Catch 2 all-new episodes of Digimon this Saturday morning starting at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central and Pacific, only on Fox Kids.
Sellout here.
Whether you're at home conquering the world
or venturing out into it, now Verizon local customers can stay connected with free internet access. Sign up now for select Verizon wireless digital plans and get 150 hours of free internet access at home every month, plus free mobile web access through Memorial Day 2001. Call 1-800-813-3334 now and get it all free. Now, you can harness the internet from wherever and whenever you choose when you sign up for select Verizon wireless plans. Verizon local customers call 1-800-813-3334 now and get 150 hours of free internet access at home every month, plus free mobile web access through Memorial Day 2001. Want the internet free and on your terms? Consider it done.
What kind of a company are we? We're a small-town banker helping a farmer, a capitalist on Wall Street growing companies, a financial advisor planning a future. You'll find us from Florida to Silicon Valley to Singapore, and just down the street from your home. We're First Union, one of America's largest and best financial institutions, helping our neighbors in every way we can.
We love to see you smile.
At McDonald's, we know you like to get your money's worth. We're down with that. That's why we have serious values every day.
Right now, try the Daily Double Sandwich. It's big and satisfying. 2 beef patties, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and mayo for just $1.29. And for breakfast, try our delicious ham, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich, also just $1.29.
You know where to find a good deal.
We love to see you smile.
Serious values for just $1.29 each.
Individually, they are standouts in their respect.
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately for 5 full years. Get 0 APR on 2000 Dodge Stratus and Intrepid, 0.9 APR on 2000 Dodge Dakota and Durango, and 4.9 APR on select all-new 2001 Dodge Caravans. See your Dodge dealer immediately, as 60-month financing can save you over $5,600.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you. The search for Mulder
He's here.
takes an impossible turn. How does the FBI lose him in the desert? Follow your instincts.
My men are going to be waiting for him.
How do you know that they're your men?
But don't believe your eyes. The X-Files, all new at 9, 8 Central Fox Sunday.
Welcome back to The Smartest Kid in America. Now, we have 4 kids left from our first group of 8, and at the end of this round, there'll only be 2. Now, just for reaching this level, each of our remaining players receives a big screen television, in addition to the digital camera and the handheld computer. Now, let's see who gets to our semi-final round. Now, in this round, I'll be asking each of our contestants individual questions in categories that have been randomly selected. If they get the answer right, they'll get a point. The first 2 challengers to get 3 points will advance to our playoff round, and the winner of that round goes head-to-head with the winner from our next group to compete for the title of the Smartest Kid in America. All right, gentlemen, if you're ready, let's play. In the first category, all 4 of the following are math questions, and they deal with ratio and proportion. Christopher, we'll start with you. A car uses 6 gallons of gasoline to travel 120 miles. At that rate, how many gallons of gas would it take to travel just 15 miles?
3/4 of a gallon.
3/4 of a gallon is correct. Congratulations. Nicely done. All right, Frank, stand by. Here's your question. Suppose a dozen oranges cost $3. At that rate, how much would 28 oranges cost?
$7.
That is exactly right. Congratulations. Okay, Mark, here we go. Here's your question. A type of steel used for bicycle frames contains 5 grams of manganese for every 400 grams of steel. How many grams of manganese would a 2-kilogram bicycle frame contain?
25 grams.
The answer is correct, and we have tie score of 1-1-1 down the line. Andrew, here's your question. If a train traveled 480 miles in 6 hours, how many miles would it travel in 11 hours if it traveled at the same rate?
$440 miles.
I'm sorry, it was double that, 880 miles. All right, Christopher, Frank, Mark, you each have a point. And here we go with your next question, Christopher. Christopher, take a look at this skeleton of the human body. For each question, we're going to highlight a specific bone. You tell me that bone's scientific name. Name that bone.
Mandible.
Mandible is correct, and you pick up a point. That takes you up to 2. Frank, here we go again. Take a look at the skeleton. Name that bone.
Patella.
Patella is correct. The score is tied 2-2 there. Mark and Andrew still to be heard from. Mark, take a look at the skeleton. Highlight a bone now. Name that bone.
Femur.
Femur. It's the tibia. I'm sorry. Andrew, check out the skeleton. Name that bone.
Vertebrae.
I didn't hear you.
Vertebrae.
Vertebrae is wrong. It's the sternum. But the score stands 2-2, 1-0 across the board. Christopher, we're back to you. Your category is art history. I'll show each of you a famous painting. Identify the artist who painted it. It's entitled Water Lilies. Identify the artist to advance to the next round. What's the artist's name?
Escher.
I'm sorry, it's Monet. You don't pick up a point there. You go to Frank. Look at the screen, Frank, if you will. Here's your painting. It's entitled Guernica. To advance to the next round, identify the artist.
Picasso.
Picasso is correct. Frank, you're at 3 points, which is enough to earn you a spot in the semifinals. Now, only one more of your opponents will advance. Let's play. Mark, look at the screen. Here's your painting. It's entitled Starry Night. Identify the artist.
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt, he says. It's Van Gogh. Andrew, here's your opportunity to pick up a point. Look at the screen. This is your painting. It's entitled Persistence of Memory. Identify the artist.
Dali.
Salvador Dali is correct. Then you pick up a point. Christopher, your category is geometry. I'm going to make a statement about quadrilaterals. You tell me if the statement is always true, sometimes true, or never true. The measures of the opposite angles of a quadrilateral add up to 180 degrees. Is it always true, sometimes true, or never true?
Sometimes.
If you get it right, you'll be joining Frank in the next round. The answer is sometimes. You got it. Congratulations. You've reached 3 points, and you're going on to the semifinal round. To the rest of the guys, thank you so very much. You did a great job. You should be very proud of how well you did, and we thank you all very, very much. Hey, we'll be right back with our semifinal match to see which of these 2 kids will compete in our championship round. Right after this. Come right back. Okay?
Our first semifinal playoff will take place in just a moment as we continue the search for the smartest kid in America.
Vanica, Vanica, Vanica. Would you dare let someone get this close? Vanica. Now it's possible. Vanica. It's not a hair remover. It's the first prescription cream that slows the growth of unwanted facial hair in women. Some may experience mild tingling, burning, stinging, or rash. Ask your doctor about Vanica. Vanica. Now, up close is up to you.
Logging the 316 Delta Bravo, flight at 25 North Carolina.
They get hired by companies like AT&T, GE, and Ford. They get training in over 200 real-world jobs. And they get it in the Army. That's right, the Army.
Your turn to pick a name for gifts, Terry. You are going to Radio Shack.
Right around the corner.
Lucky somebody.
Howie?
Need a cool gift quickly? Radio Shack has a pocket-sized cordless phone, a robotic watch, a talking picture frame to record your own message, a digital tire gauge, and the golf scope to measure distance to the pin.
Well,
Let me see those. Howie? Howie? Howie?
Huh.
Radio Shack, around the corner and around the clock.
Something new under the sun. Creamy fruit spreads made for everyone.
New Brummel and Brown creamy fruit spreads, whipped with real fruit and wholesome yogurt.
Creamy with
Must be Brummel and Brown in the dairy case.
Get this, clearer skin from a makeup. Neutrogena Skin Clearing Makeup. Dermatologist developed with a blemish fighter that clears up your skin. Natural looking coverage makes it beautiful. And shine? No way. Neutrogena Skin Clearing Makeup. It's beautiful, it's beneficial, it's Neutrogena.
Psst, vote for me. My dad was president. I even look like my dad.
Big deal. My dad was a senator. Yep.
We have the same shoe size. And...
Yeah, well, I invented the internet. Uh-huh. Lots of other stuff, too.
Once my mom thought I was my dad.
Space shuttle. That was mine.
On the phone, people think I'm my dad.
Guess me. I'm on TV.
We have the same name. My dad and I, that is.
Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers. Peanuts, caramel, and chocolate. That ought to hold you.
My dad and I wear the same pants.
I invented pants.
Hungry? Grab a Snickers.
Tonight on Fox, this Jersey genius has a shot at being called the smartest kid in America. He'll share his favorite memories of the big show. I'm Jill Turnikoff. Also tonight, this mob boss turned informant brought more tales of greed to the Milan corruption trial. Hear how Natali tried to pin a history of bribes and dirty money on the Camden mayor. Tonight at 10.
Fox tomorrow. A criminal races towards the Mexican border, but he forgot one thing. Texas cops. Hasta la vista. All new police videos. Then, each year, the police do the best they can, but thousands of crimes go unsolved. Now, Fox gives you the clues to help you solve these cases for millions of dollars in rewards. Real crimes, real money. The first television series of its kind. $1 Million Mysteries. It all starts tomorrow at 8, 7 Central on Fox. For years, she searched for the family she left behind.
What if I were to tell you that the pal of yours from this Manticore is right here in Seattle?
But nothing could prepare her for what happens.
You could be walking right into a trap.
When they finally come.
You can't expect me to turn my back on this.
Face to face. James Cameron's Dark Angel. All new at 9, Fox Tuesday.
Welcome back to The Smartest Kid in America. Now, at the end of this round, one of these two extraordinary kids will earn a chance to compete in our final championship round at the end of tonight's show. And just for making it this far, both of them have earned a Hawaiian vacation for 4, in addition to the big screen TV, the digital camera, and the handheld computer, and at least a $25,000 trust fund. So, if you're ready, let's play. Now, this is our playoff where the two competitors will compete head-to-head in these 6 categories: math, science, history, spelling, geography, and literature. Now, I'll announce the category, which was randomly selected, and ask each of them a different question in that category. If he gets the question right, he'll get a point. If he answers incorrectly, his opponent gets a chance to steal a point by answering that same question correctly. And we'll continue until one of them gets 5 points. Let's start our playoff. All right, Christopher, we're going to start with you, and our first category is math. Here's your first question. Suppose that the letter A equals 1, the letter B equals 2, and so forth, up to Z, which would equal 26. What does the letter K times the letter I times the letter D equal?
$396.
396 is correct. It's extraordinary. Congratulations. Frank, stand by. The subject is math. Here is your question. The numerator of a fraction is the product of all whole numbers from 1 to 9. And the denominator is the product of all whole numbers from 2 to 10. What does the fraction reduce to?
1/10.
1/10 is the answer, and that is correct. Score is tied. You guys are phenomenal. Christopher, the subject is geography. Here's your question. In what northwestern African nation would you find the famous city Casablanca?
Morocco.
Morocco is the answer, and it's correct. You now have 2 points. By the way, we're on our way to 5 points, which is the win. Frank, geography. Here's your question. In 1976, what city became known as Ho Chi Minh City?
Saigon.
Saigon is absolutely correct. You pick up a point. The score's 2-2. Christopher, the subject is literature. Here's your question. Thomas Stearns are the first and middle names of what author better known by the initials T.S.?
Thomas Stearns Eliot.
The answer is T.S. Eliot, correct. You pick up a point. Frank, the subject is literature. Here is your question. In which Cervantes novel would you find a character named Sancho Panza?
Don't know.
All right, in that situation, I have to turn to Christopher and give you an opportunity. Christopher, in which Cervantes novel would you find a character named Sancho Panza?
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote is correct. You pick up another point. The score's 4-2. Christopher, this is an opportunity for you to win your 5 points for the win. The subject is math. Here's your question. What is the largest odd number that could be formed by multiplying 2 different whole numbers from 1 through 12?
$99.
Christopher, if you get this right, you'll have 5 points and win this round. The answer is 99. Congratulations. You won the round, and you'll be advancing to the championship game at the end of tonight's show. Frank, I'm sorry, however, you get a very, very special prize for making it this far, a $25,000 trust fund, in addition to all the other prizes you've already won. You are both the best. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Best of luck to both of you. Thank you. Hey, when we come back, we'll find our other finalists from our second group of 8 smart kids. Don't miss it. We'll be right here. Come on back.
Don't go away. The head-to-head competition continues, and later we'll crown the smartest kid in America when we return to the challenge of the child geniuses.
Imagine a world where coffee breaks last all day. And where your cup is always full.
Thank you.
It's where the coffee world meets the cyber world, and you can be there with the new Smart Visa cards with remarkable chip technology. And at the Web Shack Cafe in London, you can buy your coffee with Visa, but not American Express, not even Blue. Learn more at Visa.com.
If a period is supposed to come at the end of a sentence, how come Mother Nature puts them wherever she wants? Like, say, right in the middle of your beach vacation? Luckily, there's new Kotex with wings and body fit, a whole new profile in pads. When you move, it curves and conforms to your body to fit closer. So while we can't promise it won't show up in the middle of a hot date, odds are it won't show up in another bad place. Kotex fits. Period.
This Thanksgiving,
I'm going to France.
join Tommy, Chucky, Phil and Will, Angelica, Baby Dill, and introducing the newest Rugrat, Kimmy.
I've never been on this ride before.
for the biggest surprise
I'm gonna get some mommy. That'll be the day.
of their tiny little lives. Rugrats in Paris, the movie.
That's why you put your poopy diaper in my suitcase.
Rated G. Starts Friday, November 17th.
Fox, Saturday. 12 years on the front line.
Fox was asking for assistance.
And it's all led to this, the special 450th episode. All new Cops. Then, see how heroic kids brought down suspected predators.
I wouldn't want him to hurt anyone else.
All new America's Most Wanted. It all starts at 8, 7 Central. Fox, Saturday.
Unclaimed freight. Furniture explosion. Unclaimed freight is bursting at the seams with name brand furniture. We're sacrificing our entire overstock of special purchases and factory buyouts, all at explosive savings. Over 60 living rooms, over 25 bedrooms, dozens of dinette sets, plus lamps, bookcases, mattresses, too many items to name. Save up to 60% because nobody sells for less. Nobody. Only Unclaimed freight.
Without the means to space pregnancies apart, millions of families in the developing world are suffering. That's why voluntary contraception is so desperately needed.
Every night we have to write reports and read all these chapters, and it used to take me forever. Then I couldn't remember what I read to answer the questions. Man, I hated it.
Sometimes homework problems are really reading problems. At Sylvan Learning Center, we use our skills assessment to uncover hidden problems. Then we personalize programs to correct them.
Homework doesn't throw me off now. Everything's coming together.
If your child is struggling, call Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE. Success is learned.
Big brother, little brother. Car keys, cartoons. Plays in a band, plays in the sand. 6'3", 3'6". What brings these two to the table? Honey Nut Chex. The taste of golden honey and nuts that's sweet, but not too sweet. So everybody likes it. What'll they agree on next? Maybe girls? Maybe in a couple of years. Honey Nut Chex, bringing families together. For breakfast, anyway.
It's racier, rougher, and teens are buying into it big time. What's the fascination for Japanese animation? The answer, tonight at 10.
Fox Sunday. It's a night of all new surprises with King of the Hill Secret Affair.
Oh, yeah. You're rocking my world.
The Simpsons surprise guest star Drew Barrymore.
I finally found my daddy.
Oh, they think I just seltzered myself.
Malcolm's birthday surprise bash.
Work the gut.
And the biggest X-Files secret that's yet to be found. It's a night of all new surprises starting at 7:30, 6:30 Central, Fox Sunday.
Welcome back to the smartest kid in America. We started out tonight's show with 40 super intelligent kids, and we've already found our first finalist who will face the winner of our next group for the grand championship. Now, all of our competitors in this round have won the handheld computer and the digital camera, and now it's time for another face-off round to find the 4 kids who will advance to the next round. Now, when I ask a question, the first player to ring in gets to answer. If they're right, they get a point. However, if they're wrong or don't answer within 2 seconds, their opponent gets the point. The first player to reach a score of 3 advances to the next round. So let's bring out our 2 competitors. And they are Andrew and Alex. Gentlemen, if you join me over here. You guys both mentioned that you had heroes and that they were your dad's individual. Why is your dad your hero, Andrew?
Because he just is.
Just is. That's reason enough. Alex, why is your dad your hero?
Well, first of all, because he kind of tells me about the good old days, or as much as he can.
Tell your father, if you want to know about the good old days, you send yourself to me. I know good old days. Your dad is but a child, Alex, a child. Good luck to both of you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Andrew, good luck to you, and Alex, the same. Stand by. Here's your first question. Subtract the number of letters in Michigan from the number of letters in West Virginia. You now have the number of letters in what state that borders both of them? Answer, Alex?
Wisconsin?
No, sir. That's the incorrect answer. It's Ohio, and your opponent picks up a point. All right, the score stands 1-0 with Andrew ahead. Next question. Spell the word irritable, that is easily annoyed, irritable. Okay, Andrew, give it a try.
IRRITABLE.
That is correct, sir. You've picked up 2 points. Now, the score stands at 2-0. Alex, he has the advantage here. That means one more answer, and you get it, Andrew, and you've won the round. So stand by, gentlemen. There's a lot at stake here. Here comes the question. On what day of the week did castaway Robinson Crusoe first meet his soon-to-be faithful servant? Alex.
Friday.
That's right, and he named him Friday. Score's 2-1. The score's getting a little closer now, gentlemen. You still have an opportunity, Andrew, to win it. Alex, you have a chance to tie it up. Here's your next question. This particle has many properties in common with the electron, such as mass and spin, but has the opposite charge. Name the particle. Andrew, this is for the win. The answer is?
Positron?
That is absolutely right. You won the round. Congratulations. Gentlemen, you did a nice job. Alex, you pick up some nice prizes. Thank you very, very much. All right, now it's time for Peter and Claire, a couple of 11-year-olds, to face off for the right to continue to the next round. If you will, folks, come in and make yourselves comfortable. Peter, I said you were 11. How old are you going to be when you go to college?
I'm going to be 13 with double majors in math and physics.
Claire, you've been working for your city newspaper for how long?
Since I was 8 years old, so 4 years, last July.
All right, good luck to both you folks. Stand by now. So here's your first question. What is the product of the 5th prime number and the 4th composite number? That was Claire.
72.
I'm sorry, that's an incorrect answer. It's 99. That gives Peter a point. And let's go to the next question. Take a look at the screen. It's an extreme close-up of a famous world landmark. As we reveal more of the landmark, ring in as soon as you can identify it. All right, Peter, what is that?
The Sphinx.
The Sphinx is correct. Peter, you stepped ahead with 2 points, and Claire, you're at 0 points at this point, so you got to do a little picking up. Peter, you have a chance to win it this time. Let's go to the next question. Take a look at the screen. If astronaut Alice wants to visit the planet on which she would weigh the least, to which planet would she journey? Peter.
Planet C.
You said C. That is incorrect. The answer is E. That gives Claire a point. The score is now 2-1. Here comes the next question. It's a possible win for Peter if he gets it. American presidents William Henry Harrison, Zachary Taylor, and Millard Fillmore were all members of what now defunct political party? Claire.
The Whig Party?
The Whig Party is absolutely right. The score is 2-2, neck and neck. Good people, the game is on the line. It's 2-2. Listen carefully for this question. Name one of the 5 elements that has exactly 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Peter?
Carbon.
Carbon is incorrect. Let me give the question to Claire.
Xenon.
Xenon?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've got written down here? Neon or krypton or radon or argon or xenon. You got it. Congratulations. You won the round. Peter, thank you very much. Thank you, folks, for joining us. We appreciate it. Nice to have you with us. All right, let's bring out our 2 competitors, Ellen and Will, a couple of 12-year-olds who are going to be competing now. Ellen, you know about marine iguanas?
Yes.
How'd you get into that?
In 6th grade, we did a project where we designed an exhibit for the zoo for an endangered species. So I chose marine iguanas.
Will, I have a quick question for you. You won an award through Duke University for scoring a near-perfect score in math on NSCT. What's a perfect score?
A perfect score in one of the sections is 800, and in math and verbal combined, it's a 1600.
Well, I admire both of you. Thank you very much. Here goes the questioning, if you'll stand by. The first one is... multiply the number of letters in the capital city of California by the number of letters in the capital city of New York. What's your answer? Will?
60.
60. It's amazing. That's right. Sacramento and Albany. And I looked out in the audience, and there's a lady up there going, hey, yeah, we've already given the answer, my dear. You're never going to get there. All right, you've got 1 point. Let's go to the next question. Look at the screen. Insert the missing vowels to complete the famous opening line of a Dickens novel. Then name the novel. Ellen?
It's A Tale of Two Cities.
There you go. Can you show us how it plays out? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. There's where it took you to The Tale of Two Cities. Score is 1-1. Here's the next question. A person's olfactory organs are concerned with which of the senses? Ellen?
Smell.
Smell is absolutely right, and you're ahead of the game. It's 2-1. It's a possible win for you. Will, you can match it up if you can get the answer. Let's go to the next question. The Mexican city of Cancun is found on what peninsula? Will?
The Yucatan Peninsula.
The Yucatan Peninsula is correct, and that ties the score. It's 2-2. Ellen, you have 2 points. Will, you have 2 points, and the game is on the line. Here we go. How many positive whole number factors does the number 18 have? Will, I saw you working on it. This is for the win. What is your answer?
6.
The answer is 6. You got it. Congratulations, Will. You won the round. Ellen, please enjoy your prizes. Thank you so very much for being here with us. Thank you, guys. All right, now it's time for Daniel Gyo to face off for the right to continue to the next round. Gentlemen, if you'll join me here, please. Daniel, you are 10 years of age and self-directed study of nutrition you got into.
It's just been my recent interest. I've had many different interests. At one point it was American history, and just right now it happens to be nutrition.
Let me turn to Pio. Do you have any hobbies?
I like to play with Legos. I play the guitar and the clarinet.
Good luck to both of you, because it's going to be very interesting to see you face off here. Here's your first question. What common device produces coherent light through the stimulated emission of photons? Daniel.
A laser.
A laser is right. It stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Score stands 1-0. Stand by. Here's your next question. On any given day, how many total minutes elapse between 8:45 a.m. and 3:15 p.m.? Daniel.
6.5 hours.
I'm sorry, that answer is incorrect. We were looking for 390 minutes, so Pio gets the point. Here's a list of battles. When you recognize the war in which they occurred, ring in and name it. Winchester, Wilson's Creek, Fredericksburg, and Gettysburg. Yo.
The Civil War?
Civil War is correct. The score now stands at 2-1. You are ahead, sir. You have a chance to pull out and take this over. Possible win for you. And Daniel, you've got to do a little catching up. Here's the next question. Take a look at the screen, please. Which of these foreign phrases, semper fidelis, vis-a-vis, ad infinitum, and fait accompli, means a thing already done? Yo, if you get this, you're going to win it. What is the answer?
D, fait accompli.
D, fait accompli was your answer? That is right. You've won it. Congratulations. You won the round. Thank you very much, Daniel. Enjoy your prizes, gentlemen. Thank you very much. We'll be back to narrow the field even further as we search for our second finalist for the title, Smartest Kid in America, right after this.
Still to come, the battle intensifies as the top prize of $150,000 is on the line. When we return to the challenge of the child geniuses.
Gotta have sweet, gotta have juicy fruit. Nothing satisfies like it. Juicy fruit, the gotta have sweet gum.
We didn't have to offer side impact airbags on all our new cars. We didn't have to make those airbags the kind that are designed to help protect your head, just like the ones that come in Mercedes and Volvo. We didn't have to. That said, we did.
South to south pit, stroke, check, check.
Introducing the new Insider Pizza from Pizza Hut. It's like a pizza inside a pizza. You get more cheese, more crust, and it's packed inside an already outrageous pizza. It's one thin crust piled with 6 cheeses, then sealed with another thin crust and even more cheese. Oh, yeah! So how do we get it all in? Hey, we're Pizza Hut. We put cheese in places you've never dreamed of. Just $9.99. $9.99? That's not inside. That's insane. The Insider Pizza from Pizza Hut. Another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
Our TV went out.
Original movies, series, and concerts. It's gotta be Disney Channel.
What'd you expect?
Good morning. You're here to try new Aleve Cold and Sinus.
My sinus is a clog.
My head hurts, too. Well, the challenge is you only get one pill. But the minute your symptoms return, come tell me. Thanks. See you soon. Okay. Hi. It wore off?
No, I feel great. Can I have one for my husband?
Take the one-pill challenge. New Aleve Cold and Sinus.
Levi's cords.
Bribery, corruption, scandal. It isn't Washington.
Did you pledge your votes to Susan Potter in exchange for a sexual favor?
Yes. It's a high school election.
What were you thinking? It was my lucky day. Have you seen Susan Potter?
All new Boston Public at 8/7 Central Fox Monday. Parental discretion advised. Ally McBeal is in trouble again.
I'm suing you for defamation, you total...
Now there's only one man
I'm here to hire you.
who can defend her.
What would I have to talk about?
The case?
Oh, I forgot.
Sparks fly when Robert Downey Jr. returns.
I don't like being surprised in court. Do we have an understanding?
It's when he got strict with me, I knew I liked him. I hope this doesn't mean deep down I want to be spanked.
All new Ally McBeal at 9/8 Central Fox Monday.
Welcome back to The Smartest Kid in America. We continue our search for a second finalist who will play in our final round at the end of tonight's show. We're now down to 4 candidates, each of whom has already won a big screen TV, a digital camera, and a handheld computer. Now, in this round, I'll be asking each of our contestants individual questions in categories that have been randomly selected. If they get the answer right, they'll get a point. First 2 kids to get 3 points will advance to our playoff round, and the winner of that round goes on to the final round to compete for the title, The Smartest Kid in America. All right, if you're all ready, let's play the first category. And the following questions are all about astronomy and astrophysics. Here's the first question, Andrew. Most meteors begin as fragments of what type of heavenly body?
Is it asteroids?
Sorry, the answer was comet. Comet. Let's move on to Claire. Claire, here's your question. What lies at the heart of a quasar?
The core?
That's what I would have said. Unfortunately, we'd both be wrong. It's a black hole. Here we go. Here's your question. Which moon of Jupiter is believed to have a liquid water ocean covered by a layer of ice?
Ethiopia or something like that?
Nah, it isn't Ethiopia. It's Europa. Sorry about that. All right. Will, here we go with your question. Which planet exhibits the greenhouse effect more strongly than any other planet?
Venus?
The answer is Venus. You pick up a point and you're ahead. Congratulations. Okay, here we go to the next one. Back to you, Andrew. Look at the screen for the names of 3 geologic eras. I'll give each of you a fact, and you'll tell me during which geological era it occurred. The first humans appeared during which geological era?
Cenozoic?
Cenozoic is the answer, and you're right. Congratulations. You pick up a point. Claire, here we go with yours. Which geologic era included the age of fishes, when fishes appeared and diversified?
Paleozoic?
The answer is Paleozoic, and you pick up a point. Congratulations. Bill, your question. The oldest fossils of vertebrates were found in rocks from which era?
Paleozoic?
Paleozoic is correct. We have a tie score across the board. Will, you can move ahead if you get this one. Which geologic era is known as the age of dinosaurs?
The Mesozoic?
Will says Mesozoic, and you picked up the lead. Congratulations. You've got 2 points. Andrew has a point. Claire has a point. Joe has a point. Will has 2 points. All right, it's time for geometry. I'll give you 3 segment lengths in inches. Will they form an acute triangle, a right triangle, an obtuse triangle, or no triangle? Andrew, your segment lengths are 4, 4, 7. Acute, right, obtuse, or no triangle?
A right triangle?
I'm sorry, the correct answer is obtuse triangle. Claire, here's yours. Your segment lengths are 7, 8, 9. Acute, right, obtuse, or no triangle?
No triangle?
It was an acute triangle. Pio, your lengths are 2, 7, 10.
Right?
It says right. It's no triangle. Will, here's your chance to advance to the next round. You have 2 points. If you get up to 3, you'll be in that round, guaranteed. Your segment lengths are 1, 5, 9.
No triangle.
No triangle is correct, and you've won the opportunity to progress. You've earned enough points there to move on to the next round and a spot in the semifinals. Only 1 more of your opponents will advance, so let's play. Back we go to Andrew. Andrew, look at the screen. The answers to these biology questions are one of 3 kingdoms of multicellular organisms: fungi, plants, or animals. Which kingdom includes organisms that are both heterotrophic and lack cell walls? Is it fungi, plants, or animals?
Animals?
The animals is the right answer, and you picked up a point. You're up to 2. Claire, a lichen is an association between algae and organisms of which kingdom? Is it fungi, plants, or animals?
Fungi.
Fungi is the correct answer. Again, we got 2 points. Bill, the score stands at 2, 2, and 3. You're the man with 1 point, so you sort of need to lean on this one. Penicillin is derived from which organisms of which kingdom?
Fungi?
Fungi is correct. The score's tied up. 2-2 and 2. Will, of course, is assured the next round, so go to Andrew here. Your category is the U.S. presidency. The answer to each of the following questions is the name of a United States president. Here's your question. Name the only person in U.S. history to serve as both President of the United States and Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court.
President Taft.
William Howard Taft is the right answer. Congratulations. You got yourself 3 points, which is enough to qualify you for the next round, but we still have some other opportunities here for Claire and Pio, so we got to give them their chance. Claire, here's your question. Name the only man to serve 2 non-consecutive terms as president.
Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland is correct. You pick up 3 points also. You guys are not making it easy on me. It's going to be a tie here. Yo, in order to stay alive, you got to get this answer. Your question. Name the first U.S. president born in the 20th century.
Richard Nixon.
I'm afraid not. It was John F. Kennedy, Pio. I've got to go back and break the tie between Andrew and Claire here. One of you's got to come up with 4 points. These questions are about inventors and inventions. I'll give you the year and the name of a famous invention. You identify the inventor. 1839. Vulcanized rubber.
Charles Goodyear.
Charles Goodyear is the correct answer. You're up to 4 points. Claire, I hate to put it this way, but to stay in the game, you got to get this answer. That's a little extra added pressure that you didn't need, but I'm obliged to tell you the rule. Here's your question. 1714, the mercury thermometer.
Lavoisier.
I'm sorry, Claire, the answer was Gabriel Fahrenheit. However, Andrew and Will, you'll go on to the next round. Congratulations. The other folks, thank you very much. You two are winners. You played a great game. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate your being with us. When we return, only one of these kids will advance and get one step closer to being named the smartest kid in America. Please join us.
When we come back, the field is narrowed to just 2 competitors, and the questions get even tougher as we search for the smartest kid in America.
I didn't really know what to expect.
It was really cool.
And all this color appears.
The music was really good.
My most favorite ones were all of them.
Love the whale. It's just not normal for whales to fly. Well, Donald was in it. I like him a lot. I like the one that had the yo-yo. And he pushed them around. I was like, can I watch it again and again? And
Fantasia 2000 Rated G. Coming to video and Disney DVD November 14th.
Ew, the shine has gotta go.
The new powder from Clean and Clear. It's blue, so it helps get rid of shine and redness.
Ready? Ready.
New Invisible Shine Control Powder. Clean and clear and under control.
Joy Cam from Polaroid.
Who will be Jackie's roller disco partner? Fez? Kelso? Or...
No freaking way.
That 70s Show all new at 8/7 Central Fox Tuesday.
Tonight on Fox, this Jersey genius has a shot at being called the smartest kid in America. He'll share his favorite memories of the big show. I'm Jill Turnikoff. Also tonight, this mob boss turned informant brought more tales of greed to the Milan corruption trial. Hear how Natali tried to pin a history of bribes and dirty money on the Camden mayor. Tonight at 10.
One cart's not going to be enough for Friday and Saturday's Ames 2-day sale because everything in the store is on sale. Get 50% off all icicle light sets, 25% off Trimmetry and holiday gift wrap, 40% off chairs, bedroom furniture, curtains, and rugs, 30% off apparel, shoes, and denim, and over 70% off fine jewelry. Friday and Saturday only. Ames. Bargains by the bagful.
I was voted one of the top 10 cars by Car and Driver magazine.
I was voted North American Car of the Year. I have enough room for you and 4 friends. I possess excellent driving dynamics and a 5-star safety rating. I'm just plain fun to drive. And now I come with $500 cash back. 500 cash back. Now that's a great deal. I am a 2000 Ford Focus, and I'm waiting for you.
Know where I'm going and I know what to do. Ooh, I got a new attitude.
Introducing something totally new from Verizon Wireless. It's called New Every 2. We'll give you a new digital phone up to $100 value every 2 years for free when you sign up for a 2-year agreement. So you'll always have the latest in wireless technology. It's never been easier to keep up with what's new. New Every 2, only from Verizon Wireless. Join in.
What kind of a company are we? We're customers like you. We use the same stores and markets and dentists, nurseries, and contractors. We like places with good products and good service. We know that's what makes them work. If you have some plans for your small business, talk with us at First Union. Whether you want to make a few improvements or a big change, we'll work as hard as you to make it happen.
Sometimes I'd study for a test and I was sure I knew everything and I was gonna ace the test. But then I'd get to class and see the questions and just blank out. I'd forget everything and totally choke.
At Sylvan Learning Center, our study skills program teaches time management, test taking, and organization skills that help students do their best.
Now it's great because I know how to study, I remember stuff, and I can prove that I know what I know.
Call Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE. Success is learned.
Rusty gets a blast from his past.
I'm your daughter.
No, they think I just seltzered myself.
Drew Barrymore guest stars The Simpsons, all new, 8/7 Central, Fox Sunday.
Welcome back to our second semifinal knowledge round. Now, both of our contestants are already big winners with a Hawaiian vacation for 4, a big screen TV, a digital camera, and a handheld computer. And at the end of this round, one of them will win at least a $25,000 trust fund and a chance to face our other finalists in our championship round, which comes up next. So, if you're ready, let's play. Now, this is our playoff where our 2 kids will compete head-to-head in these 6 categories: math, science, history, spelling, geography, and literature. I'll announce the category which was randomly selected and ask each of them a different question in that category. If he gets the question right, he'll get a point. If he answers incorrectly, his opponent gets a chance to steal a point by answering that same question correctly. And we'll continue until one of them gets 5 points. Let's start our playoff. We're going to start the game right now, and our first category coming up here for you, Andrew, is math. Here's your question. What 5 consecutive whole numbers have a sum of 100?
$18, $19, $20, $21, and $22.
That is correct. 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. You pick up a point. Will, it's math. Here's your question. What percent of 20 is 2.5?
$12.5%.
That's correct. 12.5. It's tied. 1-1. Andrew, subject is literature. Question. The 1887 detective story, A Study in Scarlet, was the first published work featuring what leading character?
Sherlock Holmes.
That's correct. Sherlock Holmes, you're up to 2 points. All right, Will, here we go with you. What author wrote Meridian and the Color Purple?
Robert Heinrich.
I'm sorry, Andrew, you're going to get to answer that same question. Don't know? All right, the answer is Alice Walker. We're back to you, Andrew, for this question. Here's the subject, history. Fought during the American Revolution, the Battle of Breed's Hill is now commonly referred to as what battle?
Battle of Bunker Hill.
That's right, the Battle of Bunker Hill. Think of another point. Scores 3-1. All right, Will, it's catch-up time, and the subject is history. Here's your question. On December 20th, 1860, what state became the first to approve an ordinance of secession from the Union?
South Carolina.
That's the correct answer. The score is 3-2. South Carolina is right. Andrew, back to you. Subject material is science. Here's your question. What chemical compound stores the information that is the basis for genetic inheritance and cellular reproduction?
DNA.
DNA is the right answer. Andrew, you're a point away from getting the 5 points you need. The score stands at 4-2. So, Will, here we go. Subject is science. Your question. Element number 96 is named after famous married scientists. Name the element.
Curium.
That's the correct answer. Curium is named after Pierre and Madame Marie Curie. Close race going on here. It's 4-3. This is a possibility, Andrew, for you to win this round. You need 5 points, so this question is ultra important. The subject is science. Here's your question. For the win, a mother with type B blood gives birth to a child with type O blood. What is the only blood type that the father could not have?
Type AB.
That is absolutely correct. You won the round. Congratulations. You're going to advance to the championship round. Will, I'm sorry, but really, you were terrific. You did a great job. Congratulations. And you're going to get a very special prize for making it this far, a $25,000 trust fund, in addition to all of the other prizes you've already won. You've done a great job. Both of you did. Thank you, guys, very, very much. Gentlemen, again, thank you so very much. Coming up, our championship round and the winner of the grand prize title, Smartest Kid in America. Don't you dare go away.
Up next, our two finalists battle it out for the crown of the smartest kid in America.
Welcome to the Post Kitchens.
102, take 6.
Here's our new baby.
Cinecluster Raisin Bran.
We wanted to make something that tasted like cinnamon raisin bread.
We take raisins.
Lots of raisins.
Sprinkle on lots of cinnamon.
Wheat, oat, bran.
This is a beautiful flake, isn't it?
Got the cinnamon baked right into every cluster.
It smells good.
Cinecluster Raisin Bran.
Hungry?
A tremendous flavor explosion.
I think I lost my hair.
Like it?
New Cinecluster Raisin Bran, a breakfast bonanza.
It's not diet or family history. For breast cancer, the biggest risk factor is just being a woman. The fact is, 1 out of 7 women will be diagnosed in their lifetime. That's why WebMD and CVS Pharmacy are partnering to make a difference during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get involved. Join me. Log on to webmd.com. Because if there isn't someone close to you with this disease, chances are one day there will be.
I remember my dad caught me. We're out in the garage, trying to be quiet, but eventually you start yelling because of the static. He comes out. If you're gonna use cellular, that's fine, but I'm not paying for it. You can get a summer job. So I got free and clear after that, man. It's great. It's clear. Got a good deal, too. So, you ever get caught? No. Of course.
The new Sprint PCS Free and Clear plan, $29.99 for 500 minutes, all with nationwide long distance.
Great place. I like your neighborhood.
Thanks.
Oh,
Sorry.
Time to buy a Galant. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for an entire year on our best-selling Mitsubishis. Hurry, this deal ends soon.
Wash out your pride.
This brain-altering box will change the way you think about clean. Meet the latest thinking in washing machines from Kenmore Elite. It bounces sheets, skirts, and shirts through a shimmering shower of H2O instead of spinning them through dirty water. Washes out stains, washes in clean. Think you don't need a new washing machine? Think again. Introducing Calypso Wash Motion, exclusively from Kenmore Elite.
When we made Dove for sensitive skin, we rejected all dyes, left out any fragrances, and never included preservatives, leaving the gentlest cleansers and soothing ingredients. Novar is milder.
One home.
We're so proud of the Emmy-winning Malcolm in the Middle. We're airing original episodes twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays. This Sunday.
They're gonna get one heck of a talking to.
There's nothing worse than forgetting Mom's birthday.
You boys are in so much trouble. You've got to help me on this. I can't believe that you could be so thoughtless.
Why are you yelling at us?
Sorry isn't good enough, mister. I forgot your mom's birthday.
Malcolm, all new at 8:30, 7:30 Central, Fox Sunday.
The search for Mulder is here. Takes an impossible turn. How does the FBI lose him in the desert? Follow your instincts.
My men are going to be waiting for him.
How do you know that they're your men?
But don't believe your eyes. The X-Files, all new at 9, 8 Central, Fox Sunday.
Welcome back to the smartest kid in America. And then there were two. It all comes down to this. Our two finalists are Christopher and Andrew. Congratulations to them for making it this far. They're both terrific role models for kids all across the country. Now, in the next few minutes, one of them's going to leave here with all of the prizes they've won so far. A Hawaiian vacation for 4, the big screen TV, the digital camera, the handheld computer, and a $75,000 trust fund. The other one will be crowned our champion. Take with him all of those prizes with one important addition, a $150,000 trust fund and the title, The Smartest Kid in America. Now, here's how we play our championship round. I'll ask them a series of questions, but in this round, a competitor will not get a point for a correct answer. He'll only score a point if he corrects his opponent's mistake. The first player to earn 5 points wins. Good luck to both of you guys. Now it's time to find the smartest kid in America. Let's begin our final challenge now. All right, Christopher, you'll be answering first. And our first category is math. Here's your first question. Consider a cylindrical can whose diameter is 10 inches and whose height is 10 inches. What number should be multiplied by pi to obtain the volume of the can?
$250?
That answer is correct. So we'll go over to Andrew. Remember, you only get when you correct an answer of your opponent's wrong answer. The subject again is math. Here's your question. How many 6-inch by 6-inch square tiles are needed to cover an 8-foot by 5-foot rectangular floor?
$40.
He answered 40. That's an incorrect answer. So, Christopher, this is your chance to steal a point.
160 tiles?
That's a correct answer, and the score is 1-0 at the moment. Christopher, you have a point. Andrew, you don't have any at this moment. Back to Christopher. Geography. Here's your question. What is the leading gold-producing country in the world?
South Africa?
That's the correct answer. Therefore, there's no score. We're only getting it if you correct a wrong answer. Back to you, Andrew. Geography. Question. The capital of Iceland is the northernmost capital city in the world. Name it.
I think it's pronounced Reykjavik.
I think the judge will have to call that. It's Reykjavik, I think. I'm not sure. We'll take either pronunciation. It's a correct answer. Christopher, back with you. The subject this time is geography. Here's your question. France's tomb of the unknown soldier lies under what Paris monument?
Eiffel Tower.
That is the incorrect answer. Andrew, that means you get a chance to correct it.
The Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe is right, and you've got the point. It's all tied up, 1-1. Andrew, subject is geography. Here's your question. The Cook Strait separates the North Island and the South Island of what Pacific nation? The Cook Strait.
New Zealand.
Answer is New Zealand. That's correct. Back we go to you, Christopher. Subject, geography. Question. What Southeast Asian country has the exact same name as the capital city?
Singapore.
That's a correct answer. Gentlemen, the score stands 1-1. It's tied. Andrew, question. The nation of Panama broke away from what country in 1903?
Colombia.
Colombia is the correct answer. The score still stands at 1-1. The question this time, Christopher, deals with history. Here's your question. The earliest known written copy of the Hebrew Bible was discovered during a series of archaeological finds that began in 1947. Name this collection of manuscripts.
Dead Sea Scrolls.
That's correct. Moving on to Andrew. Here's your question. The houses of York and Lancaster are fighting over the British throne. One side has a white flag, the other red. What war am I describing?
The War of Roses.
That's a correct answer. Gentlemen, the score stands at 1-1. We're looking to go to 5 points here. The question goes to Christopher. This time, Christopher, the subject deals with math. Take a look at the screen over here. How would you express this number in scientific notation?
Eight and 9/100 times 10 to the negative third power.
That's the correct answer. Beyond me how you guys do this. Andrew, math. Again, take a look at the screen over here. What is the next number in this sequence?
$103.
Sorry, that's an incorrect answer. The score is 1-1. You can pick up a point here, Christopher. Take a look at the screen. What is the next number in this sequence?
$93.
93 is the correct answer. You'll pick up a point. It's now 2-1. Christopher's ahead. Christopher, you have the next question. The subject is math. You answer 16 questions correctly on the first part of a test, scoring 80%. If part 2 has the same number of questions, how many of those do you need to answer correctly to get 90% on both parts combined?
$29.
I'm sorry, that's an incorrect answer. That gives Andrew an opportunity to steal a point from you here. And this is to tie the game.
You'd have to answer 20 questions correctly.
That's correct, and the game is tied. All right. Congratulations, gentlemen. Andrew, I'll go back to you. The subject this time is math. Here's your question. If you have an equal number of quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies that totals less than $2, what is the maximum amount of money you could have?
It would be $1.64.
$1.64 is right. Andrew, I want you to work on my books. Thank you. Christopher, here's your subject material. Science. Here's your question. Name the English theoretical physicist famous for his theory on radiating black holes in his bestseller, A Brief History of Time.
I don't know.
All right. Andrew, this is your chance to move ahead if you get the answer correctly.
Stephen Hawking.
That's correct, and you've moved ahead. The score stands 3-2 at this point. Stephen Hawking is correct. Gentlemen, it's 3-2. I'm going to give you a little chance to catch your breath, and we'll be right back to flash forward into the finish round and find the smartest kid in America. Don't you dare go away.
Up next, our two finalists battle it out for the crown of the smartest kid in America.
If saving money is no small thing to you, Kmart Super Sale is right up your alley. This Friday and Saturday only, you'll save big on this 13-inch TV VCR combo, just $159.99. White Westinghouse appliances are just $7.50 each. Missy Brush Fleece tops are $9.99. A Samsung microwave is just $49. Plus, you'll get 70% off all fine and precious jewelry. Super sale, super savings. This Friday and Saturday, only at Kmart.
One more McNugget.
Now you can recreate your favorite movie scenes at McDonald's.
Perfect.
With a different Disney star in every $1.99 hamburger Happy Meal.
Howdy, partner.
Celebrate the release of your favorite Disney and Pixar videos and DVDs with a different surprise toy in each mini video box, so you can reenact scenes from your favorite movies or make new ones of your own.
Forgetting something?
What?
We love to see you smile.
Step out of the shower into Neutrogena body oil. No moisturizer can touch this experience. It's the smoothing away of dryness as every light drop becomes part of your skin. The surprise of no oily afterfeel, the radiance of silky skin. Neutrogena body oil.
Eons upon eons ago, men and women figured out our lives would be just generally all around better if we included dogs in them. As it turns out, they were right, weren't they? This thought brought to you by every dog you've ever known in your life. And Pedigree, the best-selling brand of dog food in the world.
I have to call my mom.
Your mom?
Yo! Calling home is cool. We dial 1-877.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and going.
Fox tomorrow. A criminal races towards the Mexican border, but he forgot one thing. Texas cops. Hasta la vista. All new police videos. Then, each year, the police do the best they can, but thousands of crimes go unsolved. Now, Fox gives you the clues to help you solve these cases for millions of dollars in rewards. Real crimes, real money. The first television series of its kind. $1 Million Mysteries. It all starts tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Fox.
The champs are for real. These upstarts don't care. The lethal attack of St. Louis faces a powerful storm of thunder and lightning. Bruce and the Rams, Kiki and the Giants. Somebody's going down. It's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader this week.
It's racier, rougher, raunchier, and teens are buying into it big time.
What's up with that?
With so much else on video and TV, what's the fascination for Japanese animation? Find out next on the Fox 10 o'clock news.
Welcome back to The Smartest Kid in America, and we're just a few minutes away from seeing who it will be. Now remember how we play. They can only score a point when they correct an opponent's mistake. Right now, Christopher has 2 points. Andrew has 3 points. Whoever gets 5 points first wins the $150,000 trust fund, in addition to all of the prizes they've already got. And they'll be crowned the smartest kid in America. All right, let's play our game. Andrew, subject is science. What is the mass number of the fissile uranium whose presence is necessary for the production of energy in nuclear reactors?
Uranium-235.
That's the correct answer. Christopher, subject, math. Here's your question. If the fraction 1/11 is written as a repeating decimal, how many different digits are repeated infinitely?
One.
I'm sorry, that's the incorrect answer. Andrew, you go to 4 points if you get this.
Two.
That's correct. Andrew, you have 4 points. Christopher, you have 2. 5 points is the game. It all comes down to this right now. Andrew, the subject is math. Here's your question. The sum of 3 numbers is 90, and their ratio is 2 to 3 to 5. What is the smallest of the 3 numbers?
$15.
15 is an incorrect answer. Andrew, that means Christopher has a chance to pick up a point. What is the smallest of the 3 numbers, Christopher?
18.
18 is correct, and you picked up a point, so the score stands 4 to 3. Next question to Christopher. Subject is math. Question. Consider the expression A plus B times C. If A is the number of stripes on the current U.S. flag, B is the atomic number of carbon, and C is the number of states that border Oregon, what does A plus B times C equal?
$416.
I'm sorry, that's an incorrect answer, Christopher. Andrew has a chance to pick up the win here. You'll become the title holder if your answer is correct. For the win, what is your answer?
$100.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, you both missed on that. The answer was 37. There are 13 stripes on the American flag. The atomic number of carbon is 6, and 4 states border Oregon. Therefore, it's 37. Next subject, and this goes to Andrew. It's math. Here's your question. What is the remainder when 12 to the 17th power plus 8 is divided by 6? Are the answers incorrect? That gives Christopher an opportunity at it.
2.
The answer is 2. The score now stands 4 and 4. It's tied up. There's a lot of things riding on these next questions here, gentlemen. Geography this time, Christopher. Here's your question. Although it's called a sea, what is the largest lake in the world?
Caspian Sea.
That's a correct answer. Back we go to the questions on the subjects. This time it's geography. Andrew, here's your question. What Hawaiian volcano, whose name means long mountain, has the largest volume of any volcano in the world?
Mauna Kea.
That's an incorrect answer, and that gives Christopher an opportunity to pick up this question to become the winner. Christopher, you can win it with this answer.
Kilauea.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, it's Mauna Loa. Let's move on. Next subject for Christopher, geography. Here's your question. Niagara Falls lies between which two Great Lakes?
Erie and Huron.
I'm sorry, Christopher, that's incorrect. That gives Andrew an opportunity to pick up the question for the 5th and final point. For the win, Andrew. What is your answer?
Lake Erie and Lake Ontario.
Andrew, you said Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. If that's correct, you'll have 5 points and win the game and the title of the smartest kid in America. Judge? That's correct. You've won the game. Congratulations. Andrew, you've won the title of the smartest kid in America. Congratulations. Christopher, you did a great job. I hope you enjoy all of your prizes and your trust fund valued at $75,000. You are a true champion along with our champion. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you very, very much, guys. You are the best. Moms and dads, there they are. Thank you very, very much. All of our kids are amazing, truly amazing. It was a great meeting. We're all very lucky to have watched them dazzle us with their brain power. Thank you for joining us. For now, Dick Clark. So.
I'm Jill Chernikoff. Here are the stories we're working on for the Fox 10 o'clock news. The battle of the child geniuses is over, and this New Jersey child came out on top. We're live as he shares his smarts with us. And you won't see these cartoons on Saturday morning. See why some kids are attracted to animation from overseas. Plus, we'll share these non-simple secrets to avoiding medical mistakes. Part 3 of a Fox Extra next on the Fox 10 o'clock news.
Krusty gets a blast from his past.
I'm your daughter.
No, they think I just seltzered myself.
Drew Barrymore guest stars The Simpsons, all new, 8/7 Central, Fox Sunday.
More deaths than breast cancer. Up next, find out how you can protect yourself.
He was called the goose that laid the golden egg. That's what former mob boss Ralph Natale said about embattled Mayor Milton Milan.
You just watched the Fox special, Child Geniuses. Up next, we'll talk to the smartest child in the country. Good evening, I'm Jill Chernikov.
And I'm Rich Noonan. The Fox 10 o'clock news starts now. Sunshine's state of confusion as the world's waiting game continues.
And that's first on Fox tonight.
If you were watching Fox before this newscast, you saw our special on Child Geniuses. It was a great program. Sharon Crowley is in Burlington Township with the smartest youngster in America. Sharon?
Well, Rich, do you know the names of the two Great Lakes that border Niagara Falls? Well, the young man inside this house here in Burlington Township knew that answer and many more. Stay with us because in just a few moments we're going to go inside and meet him.
All right, sounds great.
And he was one smart kid,
Sure
I'll
was.
tell you. Also ahead, there are new developments in the E. coli scare in the Philadelphia region.
But first, medical mistakes.
Story, the recounting of the presidential votes in Florida.
And you won't find cartoons like these on the tube Saturday morning. It's animation with an edge. Sharon?
Well, Rich, we are enjoying ourselves here. We are eating cake in Burlington Township. I am sitting next to Andrew, one of the smartest kids of America. Now tell me, what's a positron?
The H-squared particle of the electron.
Okay, well, we didn't have to know that for work in television, thankfully. And speaking of, stay tuned for a preview of Friday's Good Day Philadelphia.
You just saw him win Battle of the Child Geniuses 2 here on Fox, and he's from our area.
That's right. He's from New Jersey. His name is Andrew, and goodness gracious, he's on Good Day Philadelphia in the morning starting at 7 o'clock.
Now you're winning lottery numbers.
Well.
Hyundai and the Jimmy Fund, helping kids fight cancer.
Earlier tonight, we saw the winner of the Smartest Kids special right here on Fox.
Sharon Crowley goes to the head of the class. She's with the kid and his family at their Burlington Township home. Sharon?
Well, Rich, I wish I was at the head of the class. Actually, I'm in the home here in Burlington Township, and it was a little bit of a conspiracy. Andrew was here with all of his relatives and friends, and they had no idea. It was only him and his parents who knew what the outcome would be. So they were all on pins and needles until the ending. Like most 11-year-olds, Andrew Tursage likes playing computer games.
I like to play Civilization 2000. I also like to play on my Super Nintendo, like games like Super Mario World, and on my Game Boy, I like to play Pokemon Gold and Red.
Not the whole star? And Andrew enjoys playing with his younger brothers and sisters. And when this big brother helps them with their homework, well, he's better than most. You see, he's hardly your average middle school student.
He didn't even speak yet, but he could identify letters.
Mom and Dad say he taught himself to read at just 2.5 years old. And his IQ is so high, it tests off the charts.
When he was in kindergarten, when they would be introducing the letters of the alphabet, he would come home and read that volume of the Junior Encyclopedia.
I was proud and also disappointed in the fact that I didn't know everything that he knew.
Tonight, 40 child geniuses from all over the United States.
So when one of Andrew's teachers suggested her prodigy try out for Fox TV's Challenge of the Child Geniuses, he could hardly wait.
Andrew Tursage.
I'm from Burlington Township, New Jersey.
Did you study before you went to the show?
I studied the state capitals, but there was no state capital questions on the show.
Not only did Andrew make it on the show, using his brilliant brain, he beat out other contestants from around the country to make it to one of 16 finalists. And when it came down to the final 4 contestants, Andrew's family, who was watching, could hardly stand it.
Andrew, this is for the win. The answer is... Positron? That is absolutely...
And then came the final question. Andrew answered it correctly, making him the smartest kid in America, at least the smartest one on TV tonight.
Lake Erie and Lake Ontario?
Andrew, you said Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. If that's correct, you'll have 5 points and win the game and the title of the smartest kid in America. Judge?
Hello? Yeah. A very happy family. I'll tell you, Andrew also won some prizes and $150,000 of trust fund. So how you doing? You looked a little nervous up there. How did you feel up there with all those people watching?
I didn't really feel that nervous because it was just like a show.
So what are you going to do with all that money?
I don't know, since I'm going to be out of college, I don't know.
So you're going to be president, or what are you going to do?
I don't know.
And Mom's proud, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Couldn't wait, huh?
No, we couldn't wait. We've been waiting for 10 days to let people know about this.
That's great. A very happy family here tonight in Burlington Township. Jill, back to you.
All right, congratulations. You did a great job. Well, as the we have a live report just ahead. Plus, the world's smartest kid is from our area, and he's live on our show. Meet the winner of Fox's Battle of the Child Geniuses 2, your only local morning show. Good Day Philadelphia starts right now.
I don't understand. Oral language I don't understand. It might be Arabic. I'm not even sure. That's what I'm getting right now, so I'm missing out what you're saying. But what a big morning here at Power 99. We're going to get to that in just a second. I'm very excited, too, about the world's smartest kid. I guess America's smartest kid. I watched some of that show last night. He's going to be in the studio with you, Don, in just a little bit. But first up, let's look at the weather. We have...
Vernon. Lines coming up at the now.
Vernon, stick around for this. We have a special treat. If you missed it last night, you missed a really great show. Fox aired a special Battle of the Child Geniuses, Smartest Kid in America 2 special. There were some tense moments, but this real-life drama had one survivor, and he joins me now. His name is Andrew Tursich, and he is 11 years old from Burlington Township, New Jersey. You're 7th grade at Thomas O. Hopkins Middle School, and you were the winner last night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why don't you say hi to everyone out there, because I know everyone's watching you, and I know you can't wait to get to school today, too.
Hi.
There you go. And I must say that everyone in the newsroom that I've talked to, everyone thought you were just the most adorable besides being the smartest, which is a pretty good thing, too, because you were just so cute on the show last night. Now, when did you tape the special? Because you've known you've been the winner for a little while.
A week and a half ago.
And they flew you out to Los Angeles for that?
Yeah.
Now, how did you prepare for this, and how did you get involved in it in the first place?
Well, my gifted and talented teacher at Fountain Woods, Mrs. Simpkins, she had me signed up for it. She found out about it through the Gifted Kids Association season, and so then we did the test for the first show, but I didn't pass that one. But they called me back as one of the 5 that got called back to it, and then I got on.
What was going through your mind when you were being asked all those questions?
I was just, I hope I win.
You hope you win. Now, let's talk about some of the things you won. You won $150,000 in scholarship money, you won a trip to Hawaii, and you won a big screen TV. Which is the best of those prizes?
Well, I think the big screen TV, and also the fact that I also got a little Palm Pilot and a digital camera, so I'm going to use a digital camera with the new TV.
Well, cool. So those are pretty good gifts. Now, I'm told that your IQ tested off the charts. What does that mean? I mean, what is your IQ?
I don't know, but in my school district, when they test IQ, the highest that you could get on it is 140. So when they did it, I got 140 on it.
Oh my goodness! So we don't exactly know. You may be way up there.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel? Well, I don't know. I don't even know what to ask you here, because you probably don't feel smarter than anybody else. You feel like a normal 11-year-old kid, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine. But now, how did you study for this, though? Because I'm sure they gave you some guidelines for what they were going to ask you, or did they?
They did, but, like, we studied the state capitals, but we didn't have any questions on them.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to take a little look at the show right now. Check it out.
Lake Erie and Lake Ontario.
Andrew, you said Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. If that's correct, you'll have 5 points and win the game and the title of the smartest kid in America. Judge?
Hello? Yeah.
And there you are with your whole family watching the show last night. What was going through your mind when you won?
I was just excited.
You were just excited. What were the other kids like?
They're really nice.
Yeah, you made some friends?
Yeah, one of them, his name is Matt, and we're gonna go visit him because he lives up in Massachusetts.
Isn't that great?
And in his town, it's where the first circulating library in the United States was.
Wow, so you could do some heavy-duty research there. And before we go, I want to ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a computer programmer.
A computer programmer. We'll look forward to that. And thank you so much for being on our show and getting up this morning. And congratulations on winning.
Thank you.
Have a great day at school today. You can bet everyone can't wait to see Andrew today. Well, Well, this morning, Mike is hanging out with the Dream Team at Power 99, getting the latest dish on the hip-hop scene there. Mike, I know you're sad you can't meet Andrew.
Everybody buy gold teeth. Get some gold teeth.
I'm gonna give me a sneaker store.
You know what I mean?
And Justin Timberlake.
Okay, we can't hear Mike.
Wayne Katz is getting better.
Holy guacamole, we're never going to hear from him, are we? I promise we will. We're going to get this worked out. More Good Day Philadelphia after this. Maybe Andrew can figure this out.